Now, some of you may remember, way back when, in the mists of time and... What are you doing?
I thought we were doing like a flashback thing.
You don't have the budget to do flashback.
But
That was very good. It was very good. Anyway, we had a look at issue number 1 of Mind the Gap in season 1. It's a story about a girl named Elle who's in a coma and the conspiracy that surrounds her. And Al and I may have had something of a disagreement.
Yes, if by disagreement you mean you stood in front of me during the review and told everyone to ignore me.
Well, that's what I do when I disagree with somebody.
Really?
It works really well. Anyway, the first 5 issues of Mind the Gap have now been collected into a trade, and we thought it might be funsies to take a look at it and, just make sure that Al was wrong.
Oh, nice, Sonia. Yeah, as even-handed as always.
Absolutely.
Now, as I recall, one of the things that we didn't disagree on was the artwork.
That's correct.
In this one, Rodin Square really has free reign to create some really interesting compositions with the sort of, the dreamscapes and things like that. But I've got to say, as it's gone on, it has still looked really good, but those really imaginative touches that we saw in the first one, like Bobby's Cheshire Cat reveal,
It's one of my favourites.
that doesn't seem to have held up as the series has gone along.
Well, no, but that's because the series has kind of progressed more into the reality and this conspiracy that's happening in the real world and Elle's desperation to get back into it. I mean, Elle's coma world, her dream world, is really a manifestation of that, so it's a bit more real.
Well, okay, but that's as maybe. What's more interesting, though? This constantly shifting, changing dreamscape where anything can happen, or a small room with a chair in it?
What I'm beginning to understand is that now we disagree on the artwork.
Yeah, as well. Yeah,
Good.
I think we are.
Right.
Let's move on to the story quickly.
Okay. Well, no, look, we're not going to waste any time giving you the setup. If you want that, you can go back and see past us in episode 8 of season number 1.
Yes, tell them we said hi.
Absolutely. They'll tell you everything you need to know. Needless to say, it starts with a mystery, and then just piles on bucket loads of more mystery on top of it, which I really, really love. You never quite know who to trust, people who you thought you could, you can't, and you're constantly looking through all these panels trying to find the little hidden Indians that's throughout, trying to work out who's responsible for Elle's coma.
Yeah, I will say that I did kind of soften to the storytelling style as this went along. It is quite well written, but I couldn't shake this feeling of feeling a bit unfulfilled by what was being handed to me. I mean, it's cleverly written.
Yes.
Yeah, I won't argue that. I mean, there are intriguing characters and the dialogue works, but yeah, I kept coming back to that feeling that I'm watching a game of 3-card Monty and I am not getting my money back. So, in the end, I am going to have to maintain my original rating. This one is a borrow, albeit a high borrow.
Okay, well look, I'm going to take my victories where I can find them, and we all know that a high borrow is a buy.
Yeah,
anyway.
really. Well, you know what? I'm going to remind you of that next time you try to sneak in a low borrow.
Okay, look, needless to say, I still love this series. Issue number 1 caught my eye, and I've loved the following issues. I found the characters have really developed well. Bit characters are now major players. Major players have turned out to be red herrings. Who is the guy in the hoodie? Yes. I keep thinking I know who it is. Turns out that it's not.
Rug out from under you.
Out from under me. I just don't know. Look, I'm keeping this one as a buy. I think Mind the Gap is still definitely a series you should be reading.